What is going on, Fourth Niches Fantasy Football Podcast listeners? We got a mock draft here tonight, boys and girls. We are going to do a mock draft. You got your host Stevie P with you tonight. The fellas are down the shore and, hanging out, doing their thing. I decided to do a mock draft tonight. Figure I'd bring it to you guys, let you guys listen to what my thinking behind my picks are, and go from there. Just see what's going to happen in this mock draft tonight. So the mock draft started about 10 minutes ago. We have a couple auto picks, which is terrible, but it is what it is. So the very first pick of the mock draft tonight was Saquon, followed by Christian McCaffrey, Ezekiel Elliott, Alvin Kamara, Le'Veon Bell, Melvin Gordon, David Johnson, James Conner, Todd Gurley. Literally all running backs. Not one wide receiver was taken when it came to me at 10. So, I took Davante Adams. I was going to take Julio, but with all the running backs being taken, I think I'm going to get him on the way back. Davante and Julio to start. I'm going to really like that. And if Julio goes, I'm going to go Travis Kelce. So we will see what happens here. It's right now after me. It went DeAndre Hopkins, which I kind of expected. For me, that's a coin flip between Davante Adams and DeAndre Hopkins. Julio, I have actually above them in PPR. But I've noticed that if I pass on Julio in the first, when I'm picking late in the first round, I sometimes get him coming back. And if I can start my team, I know I'm not getting Davante Adams coming back. I know I'm not getting, D-Hop coming back. So, Michael Thomas coming back. I know those guys are not coming back to me. So Julio does seem to drop sometimes, before those guys, especially in ESPN, because ESPN has their rankings, the way they have their rankings, and they have Michael Thomas above Julio and Odell Beckham and all those guys. So, looking at their rankings, I think some people just kind of go right by their rankings. And then you have your auto drafts. Right now we have 2 auto drafts. Team 4 and 6 are auto drafting. Oh, son of a bitch. Just took Julio right before me and took Kelce. So that leaves me with Odell, Antonio, Juju. For me, I am going to go... Ooh, man. There's some tough choices here. So I have Juju sitting here for me. I like starting my team out, Devontae and Juju. But Joe Mixon is also sitting there. And so many running backs went in the first round. You got Saquon and McCaffrey and Zeke and Kamara and Bell and Gordon, Johnson, Connor, Gurley. All those guys are gone already. So I think coming to me, I actually think I am going to take Joe Mixon here just because of the shortage of running backs. Normally a couple more wide receivers go before that. So I am going to take Joe Mixon. And immediately after Joe Mixon goes, Odell goes, Antonio Brown goes, Juju Smith-Schuster goes, Keenan Allen goes, Mike Evans goes, Dalvin Cook, they're firing them off. T.Y. Hilton goes. So it literally was a boom, boom, boom. Couple of picks. Like I said, team 4 and 6 are auto drafting. Everybody else is here. So that's nice. It's nice when the picks start rolling along. So looking at this, there is another 12 picks before I pick again. So I'm looking in the range of the 40s, like 35 to 40. You still have Derrick Henry, Marlon Mack, Kerryon Johnson, Aaron Jones, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Alshon Jeffrey, Kenny Galladay. So there's some good receivers here too. AJ Green, Leonard Fournette just went. T.Y. Hilton just went. So and you still got AJ Green, still got Brandon Cooks up there, still got Stephon Diggs. There is what? This guy picks twice. So we will see what he does at 1. And that is the Saquon team, excuse me. The Saquon team. He has AJ Green here and and Brandon Cooks. Honestly, he might be thinking that he's going to go running back again just to solidify his RB2. But he does go. And see, I actually like that pick. He actually went. Oh, no, wait. Actually, he went Amari Cooper. That's interesting. That's interesting when you still have Julian Edelman on the board. You still have Zach Ertz, George Kittle, Devontae Adams, Nick Chubb, AJ Green. I don't know if I'm going Amari Cooper above some of those guys. Well, there goes Kittle and Julian Edelman and Ertz and Freeman. And now we're waiting. And Chubb. Nick Chubb just goes. Marlon Mack, Brandon Cooks, and I am on the clock. So looking at what is left, I have Stephon Diggs is here, and I'm not going to pass on Stephon Diggs here. That's just not going to happen. I am going to take Stephon Diggs here. So my pick was Stephon Diggs. Now my team is Joe Mixon, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. I'm liking that start. I am on the clock again. I could go receiver here. You still have the 2 Los Angeles Rams receivers. I got Woods and Kupp. Also got Alshon Jeffrey, Kenny Galladay, Chris Godwin. But there is Damian Williams sitting here in the 4th round. And I love Damian Williams this year, so I am going to take Damian Williams in this 4th round here. Starting off my team, Mixon, Williams, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs. I'm liking the start. I'm liking the way my team is shaping up. And there goes Patrick Mahomes. I knew that was coming. That was coming relatively soon. I knew that. So in the 2nd round, you have, let me recap. So you had Julio, Kelsey, Mixon, Odell Beckham, Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Dalvin Cook, T.Y. Hilton, Leonard Fournette, Amari Cooper to round out round 2. Then round 3 went Adam Thielen, George Kittle, Julian Edelman, Zach Ertz, Devontae Freeman, Nick Chubb, A.J. Green, Marlon Mack, Brandon Cooks, Stephon Diggs, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry. 3rd round started Kerryon, Aaron Jones, Damian Williams, Robert Woods. Then you had Patrick Mahomes, Cooper Kupp, Alshon Jeffrey, Kenny Galladay, Chris Godwin, James White, Tyreek Hill, Sony Michel. I was actually hoping Hill came back to me in the way back. So I am definitely going to get into that in another podcast when Kev and Dan are here so we can all talk about it. But a tape was released about Tyreek Hill. So I am going to formally talk about that when the time comes that the guys are here with me. So I won't get into that too much, but Tyreek Hill went at 4'11", Sony Michel. And then Evan Ingram in the 5th round. So we are looking here. Up until like round 6, I really like the value of some of the guys that are still here. And then, after round 6, it seems to die off a little bit at running back. Well, a lot of bit at running back. And, you see a lot of the running backs that you would hope to get gone. So let's see what happens here. So we have Evan Ingram just went. Tyler Lockett went right after him. We are waiting on team. What was this? Team 5. Okay, so team 5 goes Chris Carson. No, I'm sorry, team 3. Team 3 goes Chris Carson, then Philip Lindsay, Mark Ingram, Sammy Watkins, Kenyon Drake, Tariq Hill, and David Montgomery just went. That was actually going to be my pick. So, for me, we're looking at the wide receivers. It's Tyler Boyd, DJ Moore, Allen Robinson, Calvin Ridley, Jarvis Landry, Miles Sanders. Well, that's, running back. Here, I just... You know what? I am actually going to go with... See, I really like Boyd. What am I going to do here? It's either... For me, it's between Landry and Boyd. And I actually am going to go Landry here, only because I believe he is going to be extremely targeted. I know a lot of people, Odell Beckham, but I really do think that's going to be a two-headed monster. I think that's going to be a team that, they throw the ball a lot. I was hoping to get O.J. Howard on the way back. He was actually just taken. So it went Jarvis Landry, Tyler Boyd, DJ Moore, and then O.J. Howard, and then Allen Robinson. So Calvin Ridley was another guy I was looking at, and he's still here. I could go that route. Hunter Henry is, I decided after I passed on Ertz in the second round, because he went in the third, that I was not going to take a tight end in this mock draft just to see, what tight end I ended up with my roster being filled out and if I liked it or not. So I recommend you guys do that too in your mock drafts. Just kind of pick what you think. This is round 6. I don't get another pick for another 20 picks. So, for me, I am probably going to go between the guys that are here. It's Calvin Ridley, Mike Williams, Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson has a really tough schedule to start the season. So I think he might be a buy low guy, coming into the season. So I am actually going to go Calvin Ridley here. Of the guys that are available, I like him the best. I'm going to do that. So I have Joe Mixon, Damian Williams, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Jarvis Landry, and Calvin Ridley is my team so far. So immediately after me, the run on quarterback start. So it is Aaron Rodgers, Hunter Henry, Sterling Shepard, Deshaun Watson, Matt Ryan, Andrew Luck, Robbie Anderson are the next couple of picks. So right after me, 4 quarterbacks go. And then Darius Geis goes. Yeah, let's look at some of these teams so far. Team 1, Team Wilson. He went Saquon, Sony Michel, Amari Cooper, Adam Thielen, Evan Ingram. I like that. That's not bad. Team 2, McCaffrey, Fournette, Hill, Lockett, Kittle, Geis. Geis makes me a little nervous, but if he drafts, two running backs that, could be something. He's, you're already starting off really strong with McCaffrey. Fournette, if he stays healthy all year, he's going to be a beast. Geis, I think in the beginning of the season he's going to be limited. They're going to give AP some work. So, you're probably going to be saying that a lot. But, if he can rebound with, there's still running backs on the board. You still got Latavius Murray, Rashad Penny. There's still LaShawn McCoy still on the board. There's still some running backs on the board that You know, he could take, and if they pan out for him, his team will be nice. We got Team Strong. We got Andrew Luck, Ezekiel Elliott. I like that. James White, T.Y. Hilton, Julian Edelman, and Chris Carson so far. It's a pretty good team. I like that team. It's not bad. Let's see. Kamara, Dalvin Cooks, Chris Godwin, Robbie Anderson, Zach Ertz, Phillip Lindsay. Phillip Lindsay just really makes me nervous. You know I'm not going to be getting much of Lindsay this year. He just... that injury makes me nervous. You haven't heard really anything about him getting back and playing at full strength at all, or when he's going to be full strength, which, you know, with a wrist injury, we all know what happened with David Johnson, and he was out for the whole year. So, you know, he got hurt, I believe, week 15 of the regular season. That's really late to get hurt and come back from an injury if it's, you know, a similar injury to what David Johnson had. So he just makes me nervous. All right, so it is back to me. And let's see here. So Christian Kirk went, and that's kind of who I was looking at. So for me right now, I'm going to go running back because I need the running back position right now. Let's see who we have. So on the board right now, we are in round 7. You have Darrell Henderson, Latavius Murray, Rashad Penny, Nyheim Hines, Austin Eckler, Jordan Howard, Peyton Barber. So looking at all the guys that are here, I am actually going to go Rashad Penny. I think Rashad Penny is in an offense that is going to run the shit out of the ball, and he's going to get some touches. So, you know, to me, that is a no-brainer. Let's see here. It came back to me. So, this is a pick I normally wouldn't make, but with just looking at my team construction, I am actually going to take Jordan Howard here. So, I tell you guys that I believe that Miles Sanders is going to be the running back, but I do think Jordan Howard is going to be heavily used in the beginning of the season. So with the way my team is constructed, I have Rashad Penny, I have Jordan Howard. So if I can have Penny on my bench, play Howard in my slot. I have Jarvis Landry, I can play him in my flex. I said slot, but my flex position. And I feel pretty comfortable having Howard there for the first couple of weeks of the season, or Landry. And if Penny does start to take, more work, and, he starts looking like he's going to be a flex play, then, I can go that way too. So, right after me, Darrell Henderson goes, Vance McDonald, Delaney Walker, Baker Mayfield, David Njoku, Latavius Murray, Nyheim Hines, and Austin Eckler. So, the quarterbacks are pretty much gone. And all the top guys, I want to say Cam just went. So let's see what the quarterback position has. Because there's 3 quarterbacks that I love on the board right now. There's Carson Wentz, which will be my pick if he gets back to me, and I'm not sure if that's going to be the case, but he will 100% be the pick if he comes back to me. But let's see here. There's still, the running back position. I think I can wait one. If I take Carson, I can come back and get a Devontae Foreman, Royce Freeman, type guy. And I think I would be okay with that. Carson Wentz just went, son of a bitch. Cortland Sutton. Big Ben Roethlisberger. No, actually, that's my pick on the clock. And they would take... If I allowed the computer to pick, it would be Ben Roethlisberger. So, Cortland Sutton, Larry Fitzgerald, Jerick McKinnon just went. Looking at this, let's see what the wide receivers have, because I think I can still wait on a running back. Yeah, I'm going to wait one more round for Kyler. So I am going to take Royce Freeman here. Like I said, that wrist injury with Philip Lindsay makes me nervous, and I'm not willing to take a chance on that. So I think Royce Freeman will be heavily used in the beginning of the season. Also, till Lindsay, is fully healthy, maybe he keeps that job all year long. That's, to me, that could be a steal. And now I am going Kyler. So you guys know how high I am on Kyler Murray. Love that pick. Getting him here in round 10. It's, to me, that's a steal. I think he is going to be great. Carson Wentz in the 10th would have been great too. As you guys know, I have him one spot higher than Kyler Murray, and I kind of stick to my rankings. So, it is one of those things where I like the guy and I'm going to take him in as many drafts as I can get him. So let's see here. Jared Cook just went. The Bears defense. God, I hate when that happens. The 11th round, you're taking that defense. I just don't get it. How often have you taken a defense that was the number one defense the year before and you were like super happy that you did it at the end of the season? I can almost guarantee you that you were the only team I can think of in the past even 10, 15 years that was good twice in a row, like really good twice in a row, like a top 2, top 3 defense, was the Seahawks. And that's it. So, the Bears lost, Vic Fangio, and I just don't see that unit gelling the way I think people think they're going to gel. I really think that team is they're just being overdrafted. They really are. And I love the Bills defense, but I'm not taking any defense in the 11th round. The Bills defense just went. The Rams defense just went. The Jaguars defense just went. It's like, I don't know. It's just I don't like constructing my team that way. So for me, there's 2 tight ends here. I don't have a tight end yet. There's 2 tight ends here that I love, and I think it's about time that I take a tight end. So I am going to start with Austin Hooper. I think Austin Hooper is just super safe. One of the highest targeted tight ends in fantasy football last year. I think he was sneakily good last year, and I'm okay with getting him as my tight end. And he doesn't have a bye until week 9, so you can ride those wheels until they fall off. And guess what? If he doesn't produce, it is what it is. I'll be streaming tight end, which is not something that I'm scared to do because I've done it plenty of times before. I prefer not to do it. I'd rather get one of the top 3 guys, but on purpose, I wanted to see what I would get late. And Austin Hooper fell to me in round 11. Round 11, pick 10, which to me is great value. So I am going to take a wide receiver here because I do like some of the names that are up here. You have MVS, you have Crowder, which I'm not even thinking about, but Devin Funchess, Anthony Miller is here, DK Metcalf, Paris Campbell. There's some wide receiver talent here. So I am going to go MVS because I think MVS could actually be really good this year. And to get him in round 12 is a steal. So I'm going to take MVS. I'm going to queue up 2 guys at the wide receiver position that have a whole lot of upside. And I will talk about them when I take them. So now the team is looking. I actually like this team. Kyler Murray, I know a lot of people might not be as high on Kyler as I am, but that doesn't matter to me. I think Kyler Murray is going to be awesome in the NFL, and I'm not scared of taking him. So Kyler Murray, Joe Mixon, Damian Williams, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Austin Hooper. We got Jarvis Landry, Calvin Ridley, Rashad Penny, Jordan Howard, Royce Freeman, and MVS. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So, liking the way this team is coming up. I, I am a risk taker when it comes to fantasy football. I think that the way you win in fantasy football is you need to take risk. If you want to be the team that finishes second, then be conservative. You know what I mean? If you want to be the team that gets to the playoffs and gets to the playoffs, then you draft the way you want to draft. But to me, I think you have to take some risks, and if your risks don't pan out, you have to know when to change your team up. If you need to start making trades, you need to time that right. And I think that is a big deal. Kickers are going. God damn, that pisses me off. Anyway, yeah, so for me, you have to know when to let go of a guy to bring in a good player. You know what I mean? To me, that is what it is. You can't hold on to your team. So at this pick, I am going to take Duke Johnson. So, for me, I think Duke Johnson has a lot of upside. If he gets traded, which I do believe will happen, and he goes to a team that really could use him, he could be, a steal in these late rounds. So definitely somebody that you want to keep on your radar and think about, because, I definitely think there's a chance he gets traded. And at 13-10, to get a running back that might be traded and sent to a team that, could be, the Texans or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that just has a really good offense and will utilize him, I think is a big deal. And the wide receiver that I clicked on is still here, and I'm going to take him now, and that is Tre'Quan Smith. So Tre'Quan, another guy with a whole lot of upside. Who the hell knows what he's going to do, but if he pans out the way Drew Brees is saying, he's going to break out and he looks great, and all that stuff, that could be a steal in the 14th round. So I have my kicker in my defense, and like I tell you guys, I don't give a damn about kickers and defenses. So I am 100% cool with streaming my kicker and defense. I mean, that's it is what it is. And the defense that I am going after heavily in basically every mock draft I've done is the 49ers, and I get them every time. It's not even a question whether I get them or not. So I like the 49ers defense. I think it is a very underrated defense. I think a lot of people are sleeping on them. They have a really good offensive line. They have two really good corners. The only thing that they're a little bit weak at is linebacker, but I don't care. I think that defensive line is so good. You put some linebackers back there that can actually do anything, and I think they're going to be all right. So, definitely a defense I like a lot. Kareem Hunt just went in the 14th round. I've taken him in a couple of drafts that I've taken Damian Williams. That I've taken Nick Chubb. But, if I don't get Nick Chubb, I'm not taking Hunt. It's just, to me, that's a waste of a pick. The dude he's going to miss the first 9 weeks of fantasy. You're not getting him back until week 10. That is like a really long time to not have one of your, I guess one of the players that you expected to play. Like, even if you're taking him here at 14, he's just going to sit on your bench, and eventually if you have some injuries or anything, he's going to be a guy you drop. So why even bother? Why I just don't get it. But people still picking players in the 15th round because they went they went quarter. Oh, wait a second. The Eagles and the Titans are here. Wow. Oh, man. I normally go the 49ers, but you got the Eagles and Titans, both pretty good defenses. Played pretty well last night. And the Browns. Oh, man. Let me see. People went heavy kicker. That's why. There's like no kickers. Yeah, I am going to take my defense. You know what? I think I'm going to take the Browns defense, and I'll tell you why. Maybe the Eagles. Let's see here. So, yeah. Let me see here. I'm going to take the Eagles. So, Eagles have a pretty good schedule to start the season. You know, if I am going to be streaming defenses, I'd rather stream with a team that I know has a pretty good matchup. Has pretty good matchup starting off. So they start off the year with Washington, which, Washington's offense is just going to be atrocious. You got Houston, the LA Rams, Dallas Cowboys, Washington Redskins, the next couple of games. So those are tough games. But that first week, I love that they play the Redskins. So I am going to take the Eagles. And kicker, I'm going to take Giorgio Tavecchio because he has 15 of 16 games in a dome. So my team at the end of the day is Kyler Murray. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I clicked on to another team. So it's Kyler Murray, Joe Mixon, Damian Williams, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Austin Hooper, Jarvis Landry, the Eagles defense. Let me share with Facebook, I guess. So, Eagles defense, Giorgio Tavecchio, Calvin Ridley, Rashad Penny, Jordan Howard, Royce Freeman, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Duke Johnson, and Traquan Smith. So, I'm liking that team. Let me know what you guys think about that team, guys. Don't forget to go to www.fourthandinchesff.com. That's fourthandinchesff.com. The number 4, THINCHESFF.com. For all your fantasy football needs, we have player profiles, we have ranks, we have the cheat codes, all 32. We have everything that you can possibly need to win your fantasy football league. We have it on this site. You definitely want to check this out. I'm telling you, you guys are going to love it. We have been getting great reviews. The cheat codes, all 32, I think people are really, really liking that. I've been getting really nice reviews about that, and people hitting me up and letting me know that they love it. So make sure you get on that website and do that. Don't forget to leave us a like. Give us 5 stars and give us a review, guys, because that really helps us to get out there and take this podcast to where we want to take it. You guys are part of the community, and we want you guys to watch us grow and help us grow so that we can grow with you guys. We want to help you guys win fantasy football championships, and to do that, we definitely need your reviews. So please give us those 5-star reviews and those likes, and we will catch you guys on the next show. Peace out, y'all.